Welcome back to Pale Horse Outdoors. So I just did something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and that's to take the center tines off of my landscape rake and see if I can easily cut a farm row like this. I think it came out pretty well, so why don't we take a look. I lost some definition in this corner here, and that's basically because the rake swings wide in a corner. So I decided to stop raking this part toward the end and just let the tractor tires create the rut, which it'll do, especially over the winter. This section of the trail gave me the most trouble, and it took several passes before it started to show any progress. I suspected that the rake wasn't heavy enough to cut through the thick grass. I figured the only way to solve this problem was to add some weight to each side of the rake and try a few more passes. These cinder blocks weigh right around 40 pounds each. I stacked 2 on each side and snugged them up against the rear reflectors for stability and then secured them with ratchet straps. I decided to concentrate on the section of trail where the thick grass was being a problem. Okay, so that's much better. All right. Nice. After the rain settled down and the sun came out, I decided to see what the rake would do on a different section of trails. This section divides Lower Scotland Yard from the Backyard Grove and will look nice when it has the farm road look. So another thing I've learned today is this. You do it twice in two different places, you're going to get two different results for the most part. However, two things. You want to get it right the first time, or else you're going to bring up too much material and most of it's going to fall into the center. What I noticed on the first run, or the second run, at the top of the hill, was when I was going around that first curve, the rake, because it was turning or pushing the dirt sideways, it was filling in my center rut too much. So yeah, it's very important to get it right the first time if you can. I still don't know if it would be better if this were drier. It's hard to tell. Of course, this ground is just as wet as that ground, but this ground had much less grass already in the ruts here. So I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but where the tines pulled through in the ruts, it was much wider and flatter than it was at the top of the hill. But I'm happy with this. So I guess the last thing I've learned about this is that it's not instant, and it's not going to be instant most of the time. This is definitely going to be a work in progress. Next spring, I can come back and I'm going to try another trick. I'm going to see if I can get those tines turned around the other way. It would mean basically cutting off those reflectors so that I could swing the rake 180 degrees, but it would still work. Yeah, so I might try that in the spring. Reverse the rake so that the tines aren't digging, but just smoothing. And of course, I'll be mowing the center with my Cub Cadet as well. Let's take a look at this section down here. I'm extremely happy with this because I was having trouble creating a farm row with the rake the way it was. It's very undulating and the rake just wouldn't lay flat enough. It just wouldn't cut properly. But this is very nice. I like this. Yeah, this will get beaten down over time, these humps, especially with Jamie riding his go-kart through here. Of course, that'll help quite a bit too. So what would I do differently? Well, originally I wanted it to be dry. When I started this project a couple of days ago, or started thinking about it anyway, it was still sunny here in the Pacific Northwest. Now it's raining, and it's probably going to be raining until next summer. But if I could change things, I would have tried it first with the grass and the ground being much drier. The other thing I probably would have done differently would be to put the weight on to begin with. Granted, it's not a lot of extra weight. It's about 80 pounds per side. But as you can see, it really did make a difference. So you live, you learn. But anyway, am I happy with the overall results of this project? I really am. So thank you very much for joining Pale Horse Outdoors. I really appreciate it. Please consider clicking the subscription button and clicking that bell, and even giving the video a like. I really appreciate you being here, and I'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to be notified when I release new videos, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell. There is no cost to subscribe. It is totally free and you can help my channel grow. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.